My grandfather and great-grandfather started Junction Auto in 1931.
If you want to pay more, that's your business. If you want to pay less, that's my business.
Good morning. Can you please state your name and address for the record?
Yes, it's Jennifer Lynn Lutz King. My address is 416 Downing Drive, Chardon, Ohio, 44024.
In front of you is what's been marked as Exhibits A and B for this hearing. These are copies of the part petition which were numbered 4 and 5 by the Board of Elections for your running for City Council. Do you recognize these documents?
I do. It was a very busy day, and so we were...
Did you circulate these documents?
I did circulate these documents, yes.
To the best of your recollection, on what date did you circulate the documents?
It was August 10th.
Did anyone assist you in the circulation of your documents?
Yes. Actually, I had some, Mr. and Mrs. Campbell were, or Mrs. Campbell was circulating one petition, and Jeffrey was circulating another petition. But these particular petitions, it was between Janie and I, and then also Cassidy. Cassidy had also circulated.
So these two, okay, so I understand that Mr. Campbell and Jeffrey Campbell and Mrs. Campbell each had a petition, and then these two were circulated by you, and you said Cassidy helped you?
Well, actually, what happened for the most part between these two, it was Janie and I, but then we had kids with us. We had Cassidy, and then my other daughter, Mackenzie, was with us, and then also her son was with us, too. So we had 3 kids.
Okay. So were you walking or driving around?
Well, I had my car, so we were doing both. I was driving, parking the car.
And, so for these two, just these, I understand. And there's another. Were you together with her? And I'm going to give you this one too, so you can see it. This is what is marked as exhibit. Excuse me. Slide on over for you. As E.
Okay.
And that is one that has been signed by Ms. Seplow. Were you together for that one as well?
We were. I mean, we were pretty much together the whole time.
Okay.
Except for the fact, like, when she had mentioned that the one signature that went in, she went inside the kitchen and signed it. So I was either on the street or on the porch or,
Okay, so to clarify, you had 5 part petitions. Jeffrey Campbell and Mrs. Campbell had 2 of them, and you were not with them.
No.
But then the other 3 were circulated by you, Ms. Seplow, and the children that you guys had with you. Okay.
That's correct.
Okay, did you personally witness the affixing of all the signatures on those 3 part petitions?
I did, but here's what happened with, and I just want to kind of clarify a little bit with what happened with Cassidy. Is Cassidy was excited about getting the petitions signed, so she took a form, and she went out and she started going to a few houses. I think she went to 6, and she had a separate form for that.
Okay, so she had her own form to do.
She did.
Which one of those would that have been?
Well,
do you know?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you, which form. I thought it was on a separate form, but I think what happened was that form got taken and then additional signatures got added to it.
Okay.
But what I did, though, is to clarify, because we were told that she wasn't allowed to sign the petition. So that's why I went back and I thought I had talked to everybody, the 6 different people that she had talked to, just to clarify that it was okay that they had signed. Because
who told you she couldn't sign? She couldn't sign the circulator statement? Is that what you were told she can't sign as a circulator?
Yeah, because she was under 18 and she wasn't allowed to circulate the petition, and so she wasn't allowed to sign.
Who told you that?
I think it was. I'm not sure who told me, to be honest with you.
Okay, just for your information, that's not true.
We were just trying to do everything correctly, so that's why I went back and tried to re-verify all signatures. But anyways, it was on a separate form, so in reality, we weren't going to turn it in anyways because we had enough signatures.
Okay, so she took, most likely based on the testimony we heard today, she had what we had marked as Exhibit A, which is the one that Joanne DeShetler and Joyce Perico signed.
Probably, but then if you would notice that on the other form, Joanne DeShetler had another signature on a different form. So I had her sign another form.
Okay.
Okay.
So you had her sign another form that you then witnessed?
I did, but
Did you cross her off the original form then?
She's on that same, no, because when I went in to see Richie, remember when I went in to see Jerry, actually, I had told him that there was an extra signature.
Okay.
Okay.
How about Miss Perico doesn't recall seeing you at all that day? Did you go back and verify the signature?
I thought that I did, but maybe I didn't, so I might not have.
So just to try and go back and summarize what you were saying, your daughter was excited to go get signatures, so she took a park petition and went and got some signatures, and you were not there, but then you tried to go back later and verify signatures.
And just re-verifying, but we also thought that it was on a separate form, and then because of the fact that we had enough signatures without it, we weren't going to turn that form in.
But you did turn it in.
Well, basically, I'm not really positive because I'm not really sure which one was her form, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, what street did she go on when she started going to get signatures?
I don't know that.
You don't remember that?
I just want to clarify a couple things here. On petition that's marked A, do you have that in front of you?
I do.
These signatures, I can't quite read, but the Shetler, I think, the next one is Wheelock and so on. Are these the signatures, and I assume Cassidy is your daughter, that wasn't me, she's your daughter.
Yeah.
Are these the signatures that she went around and initially obtained?
I don't remember exactly which, I don't know exactly.
So you
which
don't know
ones.
if that's true?
I really don't know which ones are which, to be honest with you.
So you wouldn't know, but you said you went back and talked to people. Did you actually go back and?
I did go back and talk to, I thought all of them, and I went back and say, hey, Cassidy, you got your signature, is it okay? And they said yes, so.
But you don't remember exactly who any of those people are that you
No.
went back and talked to?
I don't know. We were going to a lot of different places.
And so you don't know which petition those names might be on, whether they're on the petition that's marked A or B?
I don't know.
It seems to be helpful if you could remember, specifically that you actually went back to all these people that your daughter got to sign, but you just can't, you're saying you can't.
No, there was 6 of them because I remember us counting. We were trying to get the signatures, so we were keeping counts, and then we're like, okay, well, we're not going to need those 6 signatures anyways, because so. Okay.
Just one more thing to clarify. So you went back and said, Cassidy came and got your signature. Is that okay? That's kind of what you did.
I basically did. Yeah, I saw him I would see him say, "Hey, Cassidy got your signature. Thank you for signing. I just want to make sure it's okay." And yes.
But you understand that under the circulator statement, you're saying that you actually witnessed the affixing of the signature. Do you understand the distinction?
Here's part of the problem is that I think what happened was that signatures got added, if in fact that form was used and signatures got added to that, we were going to leave that whole sheet out in the first place.
So you were planning on leaving.
Because we didn't want any question about anything. We were trying to do everything correctly. So.
But you did include that sheet because now we have it, correct?
Well, basically based upon what you're telling me, I would assume so.
Sorry, I do have one quick follow-up question. Then for what's been marked as Exhibit B that's in front of you, we heard Miss Landy's and Jean Seplow kind of talking about that, and she was saying that she went into her kitchen, and that's where she witnessed the signature. Were you present in the kitchen at the time?
Well, I was either no, I wasn't present at the kitchen.
Okay.
So I was either, I think that's probably what happened, is that I was either on the street or I was on the porch, and she said, hey, why don't you come in and see the kitchen?
So you never went inside?
I did not go inside.
So you did not witness her signature?
Oh, well, I did not go inside.
So you did not witness her signature?
Well, no, I would not